We thought that it would be extremely important to honor an individual that demonstrated moral courage as well as being an upstander in every aspect of their life.
It is so appropriate that we present the Lyndon B. Johnson Moral Courage Award to Brigadier General Felix Sparks, who has shown acts of moral courage through a lifetime of commitment to making the world better.
My name is Blair Sparks. He was Grandpa. He wanted to be a forest ranger. He loved animals, and he loved the outdoors, and he loved hunting, and the Forest Service wouldn't take him. They said he was too skinny. And then, of course, the war hit.
His more than 500 days of fighting during World War II ultimately led to the liberation of the Dachau concentration camp and the freeing of 32,000 Holocaust survivors.
His journey started in Sicily. They went through Italy and then down through France, then through parts of Germany. They ended up in Dachau. Dachau was the biggest surprise to him in the war, and it really affected a lot of him and the men emotionally.
On the evening of April 28th, 1945, I got an urgent radio message. You are to proceed immediately to capture the concentration camp at Dachau. We had absolutely and utterly no information in the American Army about concentration camps. Well, the train was our first introduction to concentration camps. There were 39 cars, and each was filled with dead bodies, and they were horribly emaciated. It stunned us. We had a difficult time believing it, and some men got furious, and I saw a few who broke down and were crying. Then we began to have a feeling of what we were going to find inside the camp. I Company had collected a number of German soldiers, and they had 2 or 3 men guarding them, and one man was on a machine gun. I had my back turned when I heard the light machine gun go off. Well, at that time, I was running towards him, and I kicked him in the back and grabbed him by the collar, and I yanked him backwards, and I said, "What the hell are you doing?" I drew my pistol and fired it into the air several times to get everybody's attention. And I was yelling, "There'll be no more firing unless I give a specific order." We were still trying to comprehend the enormity of death there and the cruelty that went on there. But just a few moments later, the whole place erupted. The prisoners started streaming out. They had finally realized what was going on.
General Sparks was very vigilant, not allowing his soldiers to slaughter the SS officers, rather to round them up to stand for trial.
Moral courage, to me, is a selfless act, and it's doing the right thing despite the opposition, no matter what the cost. It was only a short time, but it affected him for the rest of his life. That's why it's important, and I continue to tell the story, because it's a testimony. Never forget. All of us need to live by a proper code and doing the right thing, and that's what moral courage is all about.
Brigadier General Sparks' story is so amazing, but what I was very interested in was what he did after the war. He demonstrated his personal moral ethics in what he did every day in his life. And he fought for the Jewish people from the standpoint of educating others about what he saw at Dachau, making sure that people really realized what had occurred and what he had witnessed.
We were having a problem with neo-Nazis here in this country and people who put out false propaganda. And the Holocaust memorial services that we have here every year, we begin to have people picket with signs saying this is all a hoax. To say that it never happened is the height of stupidity and viciousness. So I'll fight those type of people to my last breath.